Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 14th of November 1978. And the title is The Call of Time. Do you constantly remain stable in a powerful stage by constantly considering yourself to be the direct godly child of the highest and high Father? Just as the Father is always powerful, have you also become constantly powerful? At present, since you are ever ready in advance, according to the challenge of time, the account of waste should only be in namesake according to the time. Just as there is the saying, a pinch of salt in a sackful of flour, so the account of the powerful should be 99%. Only then will you have a right to the 100% Sato Pradhan kingdom of the future new world. At present, the future kingdom, the kingdom of all of you, is invoking all of you. Which ones are being invoked? Those who are complete with all virtues and 16 celestial degrees complete. Create your chart of the present time. To what extent is there something powerful? And to what extent is there something wasteful? Keep a chart of your thoughts and time. Throughout the timetable of each day, which account was greater? If even now the account of waste is 50 to 60%, then to what period of the kingdom would you claim a right? Would you claim a right to the first kingdom of the golden age, or the kingdom of the middle period of the golden age? Or would it be the beginning of the silver age? Those who can now control their thoughts and time are able to claim a right to the kingdom of the beginning period. Only those souls who have all rights are able to receive respect from all the souls of the world at the purest time of the beginning. First, there is self-sovereignty, and then there is world sovereignty. Those who are not able to be self-sovereigns are not able to claim a right to world sovereignty. Therefore, now check yourself. Become introverted and think of your original self. The riddle of who am I was explained to you on your first day. Therefore, check what your stage of perfection is and what your most elevated position is according to this riddle. You now have to solve the riddle. Who am I? According to your present stage, throughout the whole day, you can tell whether you have a right to the beginning period of Satyug or the middle period of Satyug. Since you aim to claim a right to the beginning period, then according to that aim, you have to make your present stage constantly powerful. Together with churning knowledge, it is also most essential to check your stage. Are you content with yourself and with your daily accounts of accumulation? Or will you even now say that you haven't accumulated as much as you should have? This should not be the result now. How can those who are not content with themselves become those who make all the souls of the world content? At the beginning of Satyug, let alone the souls, even nature is content because it is perfect. So become the jewels of contentment. Do you understand what you have to do now? Up until now, you have been serving according to the facilities of service you have. You have been doing this with love and making a lot of effort. The zeal and enthusiasm you have is also good. However, together with doing service, there also has to be service of the world and service of the self. Be merciful to the world and also to yourself. Both have to be together. Do not wait for time, thinking that you will become perfect by then. Since you tell other souls not to put anything off until tomorrow, but to do it today, not to put anything off to some other time, but to do it now. So too, first, tell yourself in the same way. Are you ever ready to this extent? Do you constantly have the awareness? If not now, then never. Talk to yourself in this way. Acha, Baba has told you a great deal. What do you want to be told now? Now is not the time to tell you anything, but the time to see. Baba wishes to see each jewel complete and perfect. Do you understand? To those who understand through signals, to those who constantly maintain powerful remembrance of the Almighty Father, and whose listening and doing are the same, to the elevated souls who are embodiments of success and who maintain a powerful stage, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Bapdada meeting dadis. Everyone becomes very happy on seeing the maharathis. Why is everyone happy? Because, like Sakar Baba, the maharathis are complete and elevated in their corporeal form. Because they are complete, even Baba is happy on seeing them. When one sees those who are equal to oneself, there is happiness. It is only at the confluence age that the Father seats his children on the throne of service. This system of the confluence age will, through your own hands, enable you to seat it on the throne in the future. The Father observes the children seated on the throne and is also secretly cooperative with them. However, in practice, it is the children that he seats on the throne. This system begins from this time. Baba is Karan Karavanhar. He has played the part of Karanhar, one who does, and is now playing the part of Karavanhar, one who does through others. Because this is the throne of the Father, being seated on the throne is not experienced to be burden. It is the Father's throne, after all, and the Father himself made you sit on the throne. The throne of being an instrument is so easy. There is a specialty of this throne. This throne is filled with special magic which changes anything difficult to easy within a second. According to the time, And according to the drama, the throne of being an instrument is remembered as being very elevated and complete with total success. Whosoever sits on this throne becomes an embodiment of success. The throne has this eternal and original blessing. The souls who are seated on this throne are those who are filled with all significant secrets. At present, Bab-Dada sees the maharathis as being seated on a double throne. You are seated on the heart throne, but very few attain the throne to become an instrument. This too is a very deep secret. Acha, meeting Madhuban Nivasi brothers. Madhuban Nivasi brothers have heard a great deal. Does anything still remain for you to hear? You heard Bap-Dada personally. You heard the revised course. So what else remains to be heard? Have you released as many arrows as you have filled? Madhuban Nivasis have a chance to do 3 types of service. For which service do you have a special chance? The blessing for the means of easy service for the Madhuban Nivasis is having the support of this land of blessings, the land of divine activity. When you relate the praise of the divine activity of this land to any soul, it is the same as when souls are more interested in listening to the Bhagavad than to the Gita, because Madhuban Nivasis are able to relate their practical experiences. When you give the instruction of this place and its divine activities, souls begin to dance in happiness. People come here especially to know and experience the land of divine activity. So, Madhuban Nivasis can serve through this Bhagavad and relate what happens here. Therefore, you are instruments to relate the importance of the specialty of this place. If you attract souls towards the Father with the same vision with which they look at each a few jewels, then how much service can that do? While sitting here, the subjects and the family can be created. The guides of the Taj Mahal relate the history of the Taj Mahal in such an entertaining way. So too, if you relate the divine activities in the same way, people will remember it very easily and you will receive the fruit of that service. If you tell whosoever comes the importance of this land, while stable in that stage of importance, and if you speak with happiness, enthusiasm, and deep love, you can receive a lot of fruit. By doing this type of service, you will experience a lot of happiness. So, there was service, remembrance, and attainment. So what more do you want? You Madhuban Nivasis are very lucky. This year, what is required is the balance between the self and service. Together with service, the influence of your own personality and the influence of your being an embodiment of dharana will be like the final touch on a golden ornament. Whosoever sees you should experience you to be an embodiment of knowledge and an embodiment of virtues. The two should be equally visible. As yet, the sound that emerges in that the knowledge is very elevated, but your activity is not like that. By paying attention to maintaining a balance between these two, both subject and heirs will become visible. You have many means of service. You have not yet reached the religious leaders. That will be the last battle through which the sound will spread in all directions. This will happen through aspects of knowledge. Just as your name will be glorified through proving who the God of the Gita is, for this, create small groups and make them cooperate with you. You had a students' competition, and then you selected one out of all of them. So, there should be small groups at all the places and the gathering of all of them at one place. Then your name will be glorified. This is the year for glorifying your name. Acha, blessing, may you, as a master son of knowledge and an embodiment of happiness, spread rays of happiness throughout the world. Just as Baba is the ocean of knowledge and the ocean of happiness, so too you have to become embodiments of knowledge and embodiments of happiness. Do not just speak of every virtue and power, but also experience them. When you are experienced in being embodiments of happiness, rays of happiness will be spread throughout the world by you souls, the embodiments of happiness. Just as the rays of the sun spread over the whole world, so too, when your rays of knowledge, happiness, and bliss reach souls of the entire world, you will be called a master son. Slogan: a Brahmin with a divine birth is one who experiences divinity in his thoughts, words, and deeds. Om Shanti.